Welcome back to another edition of the Creator Spotlight here with Urban Profiles. Today I have Sage Flores of Sunburst Films. Welcome, Sage. How you doing today?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. Normal day as usual. The office, just been working, editing, responding to clients, and thankfully Tara recommended me to this, so I'm happy to be here.
You've built, Sunburst Films into a go-to partner for video marketing as well as other services. Can you share a little bit about your journey and how you got started in the industry and what inspired you to focus on creating content?
I own a strategy-oriented video marketing and production company. It's gone through a few different stages to get here, but I basically started when I was like 12, 13 to 11 years old. I don't know, a long time ago when I just picked up a camera and basically just started making YouTube videos and creating content for myself as a little kid, vlogging, doing challenges with my friends, like the cinnamon challenge and random stuff, and just filming, editing, and posting it, just as a kid, doing it for all for fun. But yeah, so I've been doing this for a while, basically got into it with YouTube, and I was doing YouTube for up to 3 years until then, like my dad's a music producer. So my dad's clients basically said, oh, like I need a music video. Do you know anyone who does like video and stuff like that? And at the time, I believe I was like 14, 13, had been doing YouTube for 3 years. And so he was like, oh, my son does videos, why don't you check him out? And so I showed him a YouTube video with a little cinematic edit. At the time, I was very inspired by like Casey Neistat. Not sure if you're
Mhm.
familiar with him, the vlogger.
Yep.
And I would do these little cinematic edits in my vlogs, and he liked them. I showed him that he liked it, and I got my first gig for $300. It was a music video, and I was like 14, 13, and I was like, wow, I can make money with this. And so it was a passion of mine. I had already like fell in love with it, and I had gotten pretty at the time after 3 years of filming and editing very consistently, posting almost twice a week for 3 years. I got pretty good. I locked in my first music video for $300, filmed that, basically never posted on YouTube after that, and basically started branding myself as a director, filmer, editor, and now I've had Sunburst Films for going on to this is the sixth year, and a lot has changed. I've definitely, improved myself, my services, have a bit of a team now, two other partners who help me out on the back end, whether it be with the strategy, posting, management, or the production aspects of stuff. And I've gone through like phases of working with artists, then to mainly working or to consistently working with influencers and content houses, and now consistently working mainly with businesses. And it's been a lot of growth, a lot of changes, but that's basically, long story short, how I got here.
That's amazing, man. That's wow, that's really inspiring. Getting started so young and been
Yeah.
doing this for so long. So
Lucky to find like what I love to do at a young age to where I could just do that and get good at it for fun and be able to make money with it is definitely truly a blessing.
you've had quite a bit of experience with influencers, creatives, and businesses. So, what's a common misconception people have about video marketing?
I guess a lot of people you seem to think that you need some like massive budget or a huge following for video to be effective. And I would say like the truth is like, video marketing is incredibly like versatile and it can be tailored to fit virtually any budget and any audience, any whoever your target audience is. So it's not always like about flashy visuals or huge productions. Like a lot of the time you can tell a great story and connect with your audience on a very deep level, as long as you know what you're doing and you know who you're trying to speak to, and basically what the goal and objectives are for your videos. You can very easily tailor that to your audience or what your objectives are, without having like 20 people come out setting all these things up, and can still be very effective with authentic videos. And I would say stuff like that has a very huge impact if it's done right. Potentially, as long as you're strategic, understand your audience, and make sure to deliver value, which is very important. Whether you're a small business, an influencer, or an artist, or a large brand, you can do a lot with video and without necessarily having some $20,000 budget to go into marketing. You can see some great returns.
With that said, cannabis branding often has quite stringent restrictions and
Definitely.
complications as it pertains to social media, especially. So, how have you been able to creatively express different brands without
That's a tricky
getting
one.
issues?
Honestly, it just pushes me to be more creative. And I've been working with a few cannabis brands for a few years now. I would say going on to like 3 years, I've been working with a few cannabis brands, and it's definitely a big learning curve and stuff like that. You'll see these large brands who are basically able to post almost anything, and they get away with a lot more than some of these little brands. And so one way that I've found to efficiently or effectively express a brand post without, ruining or getting, or one way that I've found I've been able to effectively post for my clients with the cannabis industry without while tailoring it to the Instagram and guidelines and TikTok guidelines or whatever the guidelines be for that platform is maybe not so much, is not always focusing on like the product. Is you can do a lot focusing on the lifestyle, the community, the brand's message rather than just the product itself. A lot of the time, one of the main rules is you're not allowed to sell or promote the sale or use of that product. But as long as you talk about your own experiences, the lifestyle or the community around it, or potentially your brand message, if that's social equity or being woman owned, type of things like that, you can speak to your audience and build a huge, authentic community without it always focusing on the product, talking about the product. And you can sneakily incorporate these products into these videos or into these strategies where maybe the person is just smoking it or it's sitting in the back, or there's tons of ways, but it can be done through storytelling. And another way is that you can promote a brand that's a cannabis brand without always focusing on the product is customer testimonials or creating content that's educational, informs your audience on broader topics like wellness, sustainability, social justice, all those type of things that resonate within the cannabis industry are good to talk about instead of always focusing on the product and like, oh, the hash around it or what gets you so faded, like there's tons of things you can talk about.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed a lot with different brands is that they tend to, not just in cannabis, but this is all industries, that they focus too much on the product and not so much of the lifestyle or the emotional connection that you might have with the
Exactly.
product. So it feels very forced a lot of times. So yeah,
And
that's
this approach like not only helps like regulate the issues that you may have on that platform, but also like really fosters a deep connection with your target audience, builds trust, loyalty, and it will keep people coming back to you if you really talk about your brand values and your message.
So Sunburst Films is more than just a video production agency. You're a full service partner. So what's a one of the services that you guys offer that clients maybe underestimate, but can make a huge difference in their overall marketing?
I would say just the emphasis on the strategic part of our business, the distribution, the management. A lot of people may think that, once a video is made, the job is done, but like in reality, like that's just like the first half of it or just the beginning even. Like a lot of the time, like we work very closely with our clients to develop not only do the pre-production strategy, incorporate their ideas, but also ensuring that their content reaches like the right audience at the right time, the right platforms, and there's a lot of things to do after the video is made while you're posting it. And so some things that we like, for example, a service that we provide that is very, I would say, in depth and like we do a lot for them is like basically an organic social media funnel. So this is something where, maybe not all clients will understand or be like, why don't I just post the video? Isn't that basically the same thing with a caption that's tailored to my audience? I mean, it can go a lot further into that. You see a lot of people nowadays saying comment value for me to send you this free thing. And so like we will even create digital product assets, incorporate chat software implementations, create and manage and build your communities on platforms so that you can easily do targeted follow-ups or engage with your community on a deeper level rather than just posting a video. And we'll even go as far as following up these leads with a CRM management, tailoring an email marketing plan to that to either maybe sell your course or all this teachers out there, or people who are trying to sell service or product. We can go as far and in depth into creating a full service organic social media funnel without having to like pay a ton of ads. You can build an organic platform and that you can leverage forever. And so this is honestly, like, I would say very good because it's longevity. Once we do this and we start seeing results, not only are you going to have consistent growth and people coming back to you who know, like, and trust you because of they've already seen the value that you're providing on your platforms, but you're going to have longevity rather than just constantly spending ads or spending money on ads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as a creator and someone that is doing all these things for your clients and building those communities, how do you not get, burnout or just lose inspiration? So how do you stay inspired to create fresh content?
I mean, that's for me, Staying inspired, honestly, is pretty easy. I am a very hardworking person. I feel like I was just kind of born that's just the way my brain works. And thankfully, I do something that I love. And I really enjoy working with all the people that I do and creating the content and even seeing the results come in just keeps me pumped and wanting to do more and drive more results for my clients. So I just love doing a great job for my clients because it makes me happy seeing them happy. And I love what I do. So to stay inspired, I mean, quite frankly, like I do have those moments where maybe I'm not so inspired, and to re-inspire myself, maybe I'll take a break, go to the gym, hang out with my son, jump in the pool, refresh my mind, and then just basically come back and take a look at my to-do list and lock in again. But
That's awesome.
yeah, for I mean, as for creating content and like getting ideas for this stuff, it's a lot of honestly a lot of strategic scrolling. So I'll have different accounts where I'll tailor my algorithms to feed me content that I would like to create or see more of to inspire me. So one way to tailor your algorithm if you're looking to, figure out some or get more ideas and inspiration is really just they focus on watch time and saves and sends. So if you're saving a piece of content that you're like, oh, this is a dope idea, save it, like it, and maybe send it to your other profile that you manage so that you can, then you'll start seeing a ton of those videos. So it's just easy to get ideas, stay inspired that way as well.
Yeah, I recently just did that with my TikTok. I reset the feed, and so I've been training it to feed me
Yeah,
more what
exactly.
I want.
That's a smart way to go about it for sure.
Yeah. So lastly, I like to end all my conversations with how can my subscribers support you and as well as Sunburst Films?
Honestly, if you guys are trying to support me, first of all, really appreciate that. Getting ready to launch me documenting my whole business growth. So one thing, like as I've said like earlier, I started doing this as a passion for something that I love, creating my own content. And since then, I've been kind of lost in creating my creating content for my clients and very busy with that. But I really want to get back into creating content for myself. So if you guys like what I've kind of said, or if you like potentially want to support my journey, then go ahead and follow sage.flores on Instagram and Sunburst Films on Instagram. And I'm gonna start posting 3 to 4 times a week on there, basically just documenting what it's like growing my business as a 22-year-old who lives in Los Angeles, and basically showing like tips and what I do with my clients, what I do for them, the results that they're getting, all of that type of stuff. And
Awesome.
I'll also be teaching how other videographers, if someone else potentially interested in doing what I do, wants to do that, you'll learn a lot from the videos I'm about to be posting.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sage. And till next time, guys. Peace.
All right, peace, guys. Keep creating.